here we are. Oh, shit. Plenty of glue left. Like it's 7. It's a new world. Just one. Just one. Just me. Six folks, good evening, good evening. Please say hello in the chat. Please, please. Just messing around, I didn't get a whole lot of chance to do prep work today. $30, wow, fantastic, so quick too. Great. Good evening, y'all. Say hello down in the chat, please, if you wouldn't mind. Just kind of messing around right now. Wow, we're at 74 already. Fantastic. Wow. Shoot a hello. Jonathan? Well, you have come to the right place to be entertained and relax and have a good time. DSP, hey, how's it going? Hey, big boy. Hector, nice to see you. Is it Micah? Nice to see you. Colin, hey. You guys saying I didn't get a whole lot of chance to do prep work. Robin, howdy. How's it going? Is it Dahak 972? Not much, man. How you doing? Just gonna get a couple of these rolled up so they can be squeezing while we're doing other stuff. Usually I was gonna have these done earlier. Great, nice to hear it, Robin. Wow, 183, folks. We are rocking and rolling tonight. That is fantastic. Don't know if anybody got a chance to look at the short from earlier, but it kind of gave a little description as to what we're going to do tonight. I've just kind of been on a smalls kick this week. Dom, I wish they were for sale, buddy, but we just do this for entertainment. And do not hold the correct licensure from the ATF. And we dare not tempt the federal government. Camden, we're rolling cigars. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. How sweet. Just try to be as nice as I want everybody else to be. Kind of the fun part about doing this too is you just get to talk to regular people. Dom, yes I do. Yes, I most certainly do. On the regular. That was a little bit thin. Yeah. Grab another piece. Well, I thank you for those clovers, Jonathan. I appreciate you. Wow. Mateo, hey, nice to see you. Elias, hey guys, how's it going? Or gals? Little Peep, Amber, hey, how's it going? Oh, I hear you, dude. What I'm doing right now is just what's called bunching. I'm taking individual leaves and putting them together so that I can put them in this yellow press right here and squeeze them, and then we'll take them out and wrap them. I had hoped to have had some of these done before the live stream started, but that is not the way the card's laid out in front of me today. As long as I get a couple, you get the idea, it'll be fun. Let's see. No, it's plastic, Shouty. Could you talk about why you don't shred the tobacco? Great question. Let's see, let's back up a little bit here. I'm doing good, Amber, doing real good. Thank you for coming. Mofo, yeah, okay, man, do your thing, man. I don't condone it, and I don't condone it, I don't encourage it, but if you make the personal choice to do it, go for it. Let's see, and repent. These kind of have a earthy, chocolatey coffee smell to them. Yeah, kind of like when you flip the leaves over out in the yard when they're been sitting there a long time. That's kind of what this smells like. All right, let's carry on. Let's see. Shouty, no, the mold is made of, this one's made of 3D plastic. We've got some ones that are made of wood. This one up here is made of wood. We got some others that are ABS plastic. Oh, thank you for the sub. I really appreciate that. Yeah, believe me, I wish I could. Los Angeles, if I could, I most definitely would. Oh, thank you so much. Kind of like tobacco. Yes, Ava Tim. How was that? Ava Tim TM. Kind of like, exactly like tobacco. Because it is tobacco. All right, y'all, let's have a little fun. We'll sit this other stuff aside for the moment. Because we are rocking and rolling tonight, and I love it. I want you to know I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's see. Code Chaser, I use a little bit of everything. Dominican, Nicaraguan, some African. I'd like to be able to get my hands on some Cuban, but that is not in the cards because I live in America, and that's totally okay too. Let's see. Kentucky cheroots. Oh, dude, I love Kentucky. I love cheroots. They are so fun. I don't know if you could see them, but I got a bunch of little guys up here. These are my go-tos. I call them utility cigars. I heard another person call them union breaks. I thought that was kind of funny. Yes, Dom, nicotine is addictive. That is for sure. And these wrappers are Maduro. And these smell like rich, sweet, dark chocolate with a little coffee. Those are the two I always get. These smell really sweet. Really, really sweet. All right. And we won't show anybody what's on this mold till later, but it kind of goes it's the other way. We're rolling little tiny ones, but inside this one is a beast. Kind of we'll line them up for side by side for size comparison. Those I got to roll up this morning, so that was kind of fun. All you need is a backwoods. Well, yeah, I can do that too. State workers, yep, kind of. Yeah, Richard, it does. It smells quite amazing. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. I think that's probably the first time I ever saw a cheroot myself was in an Eastwood film. And these Maduro wrappers are big, thick dudes. I started these yesterday morning, getting them juicy enough to use. Let's see. Georgia or child. Well, I don't recommend this for anyone under the age of 21. This is a controlled substance where I live. This is for educational purposes and entertainment only. I do not condone it. I do not recommend it. Let's see. Back with just some raw papers in the queue. Yes, Pancake, they are. Knox, we're rolling some cigars. Now, this mold, I honestly have no idea how old it is. I found it in an antique store here where I live. Totally surprising find. I was not expecting it, but it's made in Germany. I have no idea what what year or anything like that. But go through and shave the ends off, get them out of the way. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. No, I don't make cigarettes, Reed. For these leaves, if you can find them, that's the fun part. They're about $30 or $35 a pound. And these leaves are pretty small. Actually, no, I take that back. These are $40 a pound. I think 39. And they're the little tiny ones. They get so much bigger than this. Yes, it's very good quality tobacco. No, 65, it is Maduro. Thank you, Blonde. How you doing, kiddo? The moderator is in the house. All right, these are what the inside of this mold looks like. Like I said, these are, I don't know how old this mold is, but I've seen these molds as far back as like the 1800s. But they are just a cool little tiny cigar. Nothing crazy, but they are super fun. In my opinion, of course. Oh, let me not screw this up. Let me get my head back in the game here, folks. Reed, thank you so much. Yes, it could be considered frontal leaf drip. Yes, exactly, Shifter. It is a baby cigar. Parker, I am very glad you are alive, sir. Depends on the, let's see, mods and more. It depends on what leaf it is. The difference between like these or Connecticut broadleaf, it can be vastly different. Vastly different. These can be a little tricky to wrap too because they're so small. But I enjoy the challenge. I'll almost guarantee you these are not going to be like ultra pretty. But they will be tasty. Okay, sorry. We're using its glue. The glue I'm using is called Burmacol. It's a cellulose gum, all natural, tasteless, odorless, doesn't leave anything behind. And I just tore it off. Shoot. And this is half the reason why I end up just going click, cutting them off, spin it back around, get all the stuff out of my way. And these tighten up quite a bit as they're drying. Quite a bit. Put them up here. Let's see. From Europe, Poland, exactly this Cuban cigars. Yes, Cuban cigars are forbidden. I meant to say content. That concert. Using for glue. Already answered that one. That's all that matters. Can I buy this in Switzerland? You can't buy these in Switzerland, but you can buy other stuff. Shifter, I don't know why you froze, bud. Are you still frozen? I can see motion across 2 cameras. How many of these can I make in a day if I don't stop with these little ones? Quite a few. Quite a few. I've never actually tried to just bang these out, but as far as like regular size ones, 30, 35 a day, I'm not fast. Not fast in the slightest, and that's okay too. Pull out another. Let's see. Fine. Thanks, Blonde. You know what you can get in the UK? I did serve in the Navy, Christian. Robin, hello. How are you? You think that was why the dispensers? Yeah, that's very true. They're not licking them. That's for sure. Yeah, more than likely, or something like this. There's a bunch of different stuff you can use. You can use fruit pectin. You can use honey. The same stuff that you would make jelly out of. I'm gonna roll this one totally backwards. It's because it's what the leaf's gonna let me do. All right, now. Well, let's try that again. My Lord. Like I forgot how to roll cigars all of a sudden. I don't know what happened. It's because they're these little tiny ones. They're just so different. Now, I have seen people like tie these down to a serious point. I just don't do it. Work is too small and too tiny, too delicate. My Lord. Oh, nice, Christian. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Well, Knockbuster, if that's the choice you make, that is your choice to make all by yourself. Like I have said a few times, I do not condone the use of tobacco products in any way, shape, or form. This is strictly for education and entertainment. That way YouTube doesn't yell at me. A couple little housekeeping things as we're getting started. We a few things we don't talk about on this channel. We don't talk about illegal things, regardless if it's legal in your state or not. It is still illegal at the federal level, and I think we all know what I'm talking about. Let's see. There we go. Then Charlie, the knife is called a chavetta. It's in Cuba and in a lot of other places, they make the original ones of these out of a piece of a machete blade. These two that I have are custom made for me by a gentleman named Mike Fish. They are quite lovely, and they are truly, truly pro tools. They make this a lot easier. They are sharp, they are accurate, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. There we go. I figured you guys might get a kick out of these little dudes. We're going to go to regular size stuff here shortly. The trick is to pull it tight enough to make it tight, but not tight enough to tear it. Because these little dudes will tear. There we go. Ta-da. I look back over here. Yes. In prison, they used to collect with spit chew from the CO's trash and dry the chew. Oh my God. Wow. These leaves I did not grow, but we do have approximately 600 sprouts right now where we will be growing our own this year. We are growing basically the same varietals that we roll with. This makes life nice and simple. Pack If, hey, how are you? Charlie, great question. Great question. We use them, anything that's left over in these little pieces. There's a bag off to my side over here, and then there's a big tub as well. And we use them to roll short filler cigars. Nothing goes to waste. Even the stitch, you'll see when I pull a stem out of a wrapper or another leaf, not even they go to waste. They go into our compost pile, and they go right back into the soil. Nothing goes to waste. This stuff is too expensive and it takes too much effort to get it to this point. The standard estimate is before this leaf ever gets to my hands, or before you ever get a cigar from the store in your hands, it's passed through approximately 300 people's hands. And I think that's just absolutely incredible. Okay. I'm going to kind of switch wrappers a little bit. Let's see what we're doing here. What do you do with the big vein? Most of the time I cut the big vein out. What does rolling in the other leaves do, sir? To the Cuban cigar and a regular Jared, the difference is the tobacco and where it's grown. What was the comment about, have you tried Indonesian cigarettes? No, I have not tried Indonesian cigarettes. We cut the big veins out. Let's see. Sandil, hey, how are you? What does rolling into each other leaves do? It's just the way it's done. You take all the leaves and combine them together to make your final. Cruise over here and find us a big old Habano. Yes. If you can get your hands on these bigger leaves, these are the ones that people use for other stuff. Ethan, thank you. Right on, thank you. Appreciate that, Roland. Biggest thing you guys can do is hit that like and subscribe. The like actually, hitting the like button after you hit the subscribe button really pushes the live out, so maybe we can get more people in here. I'd like to see if we could break a couple thousand tonight. That'd be awesome. And see, you've got these big old spots in between the veins. These veins are much more pronounced. But what I like to do when I'm rolling these really, really tiny ones is take my I call this the precision, because one end is pointed and one end is rounded. This is actually called a hybrid. This one with double rounded ends is called the Bliss Special. This is my utility. It's my workhorse, so to speak. And what I like to be able to do is to cut in between these veins and extract this piece. It's the only time I can actually do this. Otherwise, it's just not enough wrapper to do other stuff with. All right. Boom. Let me get caught up. Oh, thank you. I was told that Cuban cigars aren't really special. I've smoked quite a few Cuban cigars, and there is a difference. I'm not going to say they're better or worse than anything I have smoked, but there is a distinct and noticeable difference. It is something about the soil there in Cuba just makes them taste so much different. The closest I've come is like some parts of the Dominican Republic are pretty close. I mean, you can roll Cuban-esque style, Cuban-esque flavored cigars, not like flavored like you're infusing them, but you can take the tobaccos from other countries and get pretty close to what a Cuban tastes like. Now, how the hell did I do that? My God. See, everybody makes mistakes and then tears them. Okay, this one's not going to play. No problem. Here we go again. This leaf is not in the best of shape. It's kind of beat up. Wow. All right, fine. What the hell's that other leaf? Good Lord. It's flying by. Tobacco rain has cadmium. Good Lord. Right on. Thank you, Drix. I appreciate that. Just wondering if you make enough money to survive rolling. Honestly, dude, these are for personal use. I don't hold the proper licensing from federal government to do this for a living yet. This leaf is from Brazil, and I really like it for doing wrappers on these dudes. Usually I can get some pretty good ones out of it. See how the leaf gods are. Oh, missed it. These guys are strong. Man, okay, fine. We'll do it the other way then. There we go. Robert, thank you so much. I appreciate you. That is fantastic. Let's see. Jamaican grabba is the same thing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I've actually smoked a few Jamaican cigars too. They're quite good too. Quite good. All right, there's a big pretty spot. All right, we're gonna just do this one in a traditional rolling style where I'm not gonna try to carve out a section. We're gonna stretch it out. Trim our edges and get a nice smooth line. Guys, please don't think I'm ignoring you if I actually miss your question. Either say it again if it scrolls out of view. Because remember, the screen I'm viewing the chat on is to my left, and you guys are obviously right above my head. Well, level with my head. All right, here we go again. Thank you so much. What a compliment. I try. I've been at this a little over a year. Actually, December was a year, so a year and 4 months. I've had a good time. I've met some cool people, talked to some cool people, much like yourselves. The Pirates Cove, I enjoy watching your lives and somehow enjoy it with seeing your old days. Oh, thank you. Thank you, FLY Tex. From the Zane, no. Rolling tobacco and tobacco leaves. Yeah, figures. No such thing as a stupid question. The only one stupid question is the one not asked. Ethan, what got me into rolling cigars was we went to Jamaica a few years back, and I hadn't smoked a cigar in many years, and ended up buying some Cubans, and remembered how amazing that they are, and came home and realized how expensive they were, and I'm like, wait a minute, this can't be that difficult to do. Well, yes, it can be that difficult to do, but that's what got me started. I wanted to see if I could do it myself, save some money in the long run, and learn a new talent. Plus, it gives me something to do, and I get to hang out with you fine folks. What got me started live streaming was my youngest daughter, who is the moderator, the Queen Hammer herself. She is on tonight with her man. He is fantastic. Took a tumble today. He's a tough bird. He's got it though. But she moved out of state, and this started as just a way for us to be able to just hang out without like being glued to our phones. You know, we're like tied and you can't do anything else. I mean, we can still move around and do stuff. Of course, I can't, but that's okay. It's just a little cheater way, and it's a guaranteed way for us to get together every week and just hang out for a few minutes. And it's morphed into this beautifulness. All right. Oop, I didn't bump the camera, thank God. Like I said, it's a hearts and Hurdle. I have no idea what year it is. I just know it's cool. You should definitely try, dude. Mark, how you doing, buddy? I unfortunately been down with the flu, so I've been meaning blah, blah, blah. No. Let's see. How much for a couple? I wish they were for sale, but they are not. Cigars. Shane. Rashid, hello. Styrofoam. Reasonable. Let's see. Reasonable. I wish I could sell them. But I can't. Oh, cool. I would love cigars too. Yeah, it is kind of satisfying, isn't it? I think that's awesome. All right, let's bunch some cigars, guys. Promised everybody Lanceros, so let's go ahead and get a couple of these guys going. We're gonna do 3 of these out of the gate. And if the cigar gods are in my favor tonight, we will do our very best to roll a Culebra, which is the snake, or it's a triple Lancero that are twisted together and basically braided together. No, I can't. We are rolling cigars. Who's that? What did I miss? Doing great, bro. Doing great, Merc. Okay. These are a Dominican binder from the Dominican Republic, from the Cibao Valley. At least that's what I was told. Happened to be my favorite of all wrapper. I mean, of all binder. Other than Cameroon, of course. If you guys watched the short earlier, this is kind of repetitive, but it's all part of the process. Swaggy, I couldn't agree with you more, bud. I did about a year and a half. We were in Ybor last August and had an absolute blast. I smoked way too many cigars when we were there. We hung out at La Forona and at Corona and Nica Habana. We spent our last afternoon before we went home at the Cigar Cathedral. That place was awesome. Smoked my first Atabay when we were there. That was a treat. Okay, now, with a Lancero, they have to be very long. This is the binder leaf. This is what will hold the individual bunches together. Let's see, where's my dude? Here we go. And because we have limited leaf space in these, we try to find the longest leaves we can and create the best blend we can with the least amount of leaves. Because I only have enough space in this thing for 2 leaves. This is what they look like. This is what the filler leaves look like when I get them. Most of the stem has been removed because it's usually too thick and it makes it very difficult to draw and they don't burn well. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, there are tons of types of tobacco, SpongeBob, tons. Cafecito always compliments it so well. Yeah, yes. But yeah, I drank so many Cafe con Leches when we were there. It was tough to come home and drink regular coffee. Like, man. Okay, we have a Honduran leaf from Jamastran and a Dominican leaf from, well, it's a Dominican Olor leaf. This is a Ligero. It's from the top of the plant. It's the strongest, most flavorful of the entire plant. And when I'm rolling long cigars, I try to leave as much of the stem in as I possibly can, so it gives it rigidity and strength. Otherwise, it can be a little floppy while you're trying to roll it. We tear our tips so that we have a nice even end. And we'll go for about there. Now, when I start rolling these, I'm paying attention to what I feel. And that is, wow, that did not happen earlier today. Sometimes you have to go back and backfill. Sorry, guys, I wasn't reading. What about Indian tobacco? We're actually going to grow some of that next year. Yes, 65, most definitely. This the Lancero is a Dominican Olor, and the Seco is a Honduran from the Hamastron Valley, and the binder is a Piloto. Well, it's supposed to be a Piloto. Whether it is or not, we'll never know. But it certainly acts like a Piloto. Let's just put it that way. Now, what I'm looking for when I put it up here to cut the end off is when you're looking at the cigar and you're feeling it in your hands, you can feel it start to taper off where it gets thin. And that's where you want to make your cut. 9:20, fantastic. Folks, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, that would be fantastic. And bang on that heart and bang on that like button. It really drives it out. The algorithm likes to see that. It means people are watching, and they are super happy about that. Let's see. Why is it called Pirates Cove Cigars? Are you from the Central Coast? I'm actually from Virginia, but no, it's has roll on. Sorry, Dimitri. Slam and Mark, hi. Barbara from Brazil, nice. Oh, why do I call it Pirates Cove? I'm a sailor. I spent most of my life on the water. Well, actually, I've spent all of my adult life and most of my childhood on the water in some flavor or another. I am a Gulf War Navy veteran. So, and my last duty station before I got out was running drug interdiction in the Caribbean Sea. So I became very used to the culture down there, very used to the food, very used to the wonderful people, the pirate lore, and it's been with me ever since. There we go. Oh, look at that big, beautiful devil. That's the Lancero. Great. Normally I'll have leaf out on the table, but I was trying to keep it kind of less messy tonight. We got our Honduran. Thanks, Parker. Appreciate that, Bubba. Stories from a Cuba trip. We've been to Cuba a few times. Well, I went to Cuba a few times, but nothing further north than Guantanamo Bay, and we were not allowed to leave the base. I mean, I would have loved to, but yes, I like the Monte Cristo as well. Nice, Dublin. Swaggy, you're welcome. Dublin and Germany. Now, hey, we just had a mold from your country out from Germany a few minutes ago. Oh, right on. Somebody quit smoking like 20. Well, you can watch without smoking, that's for sure. Let's see. I love I live on the Central Coast. Oh, cool. I can dig it. You can, as far as how much does it cost, pretty much the sky's the limit, dude. You can get ridiculous and spend enormous amounts of money on trinkets and toys and stuff to make it more fancy, but realistically, what you need is a pair of scissors, some newspaper, and some leaves, and some glue, of course. And this one is not going to be a Lancero. It might squeak in there. Yeah, she'll squeak. As long as I build it right. Now, I am slightly underpacking these, and you'll see why once we get these 3 rolled up. And I can get them squeezing. We're going to give these just a few minutes in the mold so that they can hold their shape a little better. But then we'll pull 3 of them back out and roll a Culebra. San Diego, Frankfurt, London. Seth Nicholas, I hear you, dude. Scotland, right on. The Netherlands, Canada, wow. Central Illinois. Man, that's awesome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you sharing your time with us. We're just having a good time, and answering some questions and hopefully learning some stuff. And if not, we can at least be sociable among human beings without any BS, so to speak. Nice. That'll work. Good draw. Now I trim my tips so that they will fit into these curvatures a little better. There we go. Reach in, grab another binder. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. From India, Portugal. Wow. The glue I'm using is called Burmacol. It's a cellulose gum. It's odorless and tasteless. Natural. I do my best to keep everything as absolutely natural as possible. If it didn't come from the earth, I don't put it in my cigars. And I'm a purist about that. And anything we grow is also that way as well. All organic, no chems, no chemical fertilizers. And since this is the first time we're using this land, we've got about 1/3 of an acre broken for this year's crop of roughly 500 plants. So it's going to be neat. All Cuban seed. Right. Get one more of these dudes. Yeah, man. India. They can make you feel dizzy, yes. Yes, unfortunately, they are for me, Maine. 5 o'clock in the morning. Wow, it's 7:40 here. Oh, thank you, William. Try my best to not do these fast. This is one of those cigars that you have to really get it right. Otherwise, it won't draw. And there's nothing worse in my mind than a cigar that won't draw. I feel like I've wasted the leaf when that happens. Let's see if it's way too precious to waste. Wow. Ohio, South Africa. Thank you so much for being here. Is that Cyrillic or Russian, Loco? Oh, wow. 2 o'clock in the morning in Namibia. No, I do not lick it to glue it. Well, yeah. Thank you. Good call, Blonde. Sound like Theo Vaughn? Oh, okay. I'll take that. I did a radio show in the small town I grew up in when I was a senior in high school. I guess I just never really lost the voice. It just kind of stayed. And see what happened here? It got too skinny too fast. So I got to roll it back out a little bit. And put a little bit more leaf right here. You can always go back and add leaf up to a certain point. Once it goes in the mold, you're toast. It's where it lives. There we go. Gain the extra ½ inch I needed. Georgia. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by. Like I said, if you guys would, if you haven't already and you feel so inclined, hitting that like and subscribe pushes it out to more folks. More folks get to be introduced to, or see it for the first time or see it for the 10,000th time. That's one of the big things that I generally just want to share what we do here and how much practice it actually takes to do this and do it well. And see, I missed that one a little bit. So what I'm going to do, just so we don't have any issues when it comes time to twist these dudes up, is I'm going to roll a 4th one. Let's see, Poland Super Smoke one. I wish I could. YouTube will burn me to the ground for that one. The liquid that you see up here is called Burmacol. It's a cellulose gum. It's what we use to glue these together. We used to glue the seams together. Some people use a pectin in the fields in Cuba. They use honey. I just don't personally like adding sweet things. Wow, thank you so much. Is a machine rolling any different than hand rolling? The answer to that question is yes and no. The process is similar. Whoa, sorry. I found a 20. You can try to revive them, but the probability is that all the oils have already evaporated. But grab some humidification, some distilled water, something like that, put it in a glass, stick them in there and let them rock and roll. That might work. Let's see, machine rolling different than hand rolling. Yes, machine rolling is different in the grand scheme. I mean, you're essentially doing the same thing, but the person rolling it doesn't have the touch of the final bunch the way, in my opinion. It just speeds it up, makes it more mechanical. I prefer cigars that are hand rolled. Usually they'll do scrap rolls, or some of the bigger factories do machines because they're trying to crank them out as fast as they can. I prefer the slightly slower pace of hand rolling. Although in the factories, these people are rolling hundreds of cigars per day by hand, just like I am. In Cuba, they some parts of the, let's see, it's Dominican Republic, that they do a pear, a bunchero, and a, oh shoot, why is that word evading me tonight? If it's a single person doing it from start to finish, they are torcedores. If they are a team, to be a buncher and a wrapper. The life of me, for some reason, I cannot remember what that's called tonight. I have a question. Is this, no, this is not illegal. Ooh, great question, Armando. You know, I don't know the answer to that question. I do not know that answer. I think technically that would be manufacturing, regardless of where I got the leaf from. So technically, yeah, that being the case, the safe side would be to say, no, I cannot do that. So that would be manufacturing, and I don't have the license for that. Okay, we've got 4. We only need 3. But what we're going to do is we're going to put these in the press and squeeze them for a few minutes. And then we're going to roll the Culebra. Ugh. Brad, what she's doing is cleaning comments that will get us banned. That's what she's here to do, other than hang out with her old man. YouTube is very specific, and this is a family show, although we are not using a family item. But we keep it as PG as humanly possible. We don't talk about drugs, we don't talk about politics, and we don't talk about religion. Anything else is totally up for grabs. Those topics are taboo, and they split even the most friendly of people. Yeah, no doubt. I watched that one too. The Lanceros will burn for about an hour. Jake, I wish I could sell them, but I cannot. And yes, I love smoking them. Okay, Dave, nice to see you, bud. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see one that's ready to go. Great idea. All right, the ones we just rolled, you saw the long ones. This is what they'll look like when they're finished. It's a Lancero. It's 7.5 inches long by 38 64ths of an inch around. And those are dry. So we can't do that. You know what? I'm going to pull this big boy out. Where'd he go? Where'd my big wrapper go? Which wrapper is this? Oh, yeah. Found a good one. This is a Brazilian wrapper. A Brazilian. It costs $1 Brazilian. To be honest, you wrap them once they come out of the... Yes, I do. You feel like Scarface or hit. Wow, neither one. Actually, I love the smell of tobacco. Yes, Habano, true. I learned how to wrap cigars on YouTube, believe it or not, to get started. Then we went to Ybor City and I hung out with some folks down there and got some even deeper tips, stuff I didn't know, stuff that made me a better roller. I came home and implemented those, and I've been blessed with some folks that have been very kind and open with their knowledge, and then it has made my life a lot easier. Okay, like I said, this is a Brazilian wrapper. It is fire cured, which fire cured means when they cure it in a barn, they hang them up, pick them one at a time, hang them on strings or poles, and then they light small fires at the base of the barn and raise the temperature to effectively dry them out. Beautiful. Okay. Shit. I needed that. Damn it. I guarantee you that's not going to be enough. See, it's tricky. You know, they look like they're really long leaves, but they're really not. Those are too short. Shoot. Where's my other bag? Apparently I'm hiding stuff from myself tonight. That's binder. Is this the other long stuff? Yes. Go back to the beautiful smelling Maduro. Trick is I have to find one that's long enough. Sorry. We save anything that's left over gets wrapped into short filler cigars. Man, I really wanted to wrap that dude in. You know what? Let's just fight the good fight here. Stop trying to dance with the other stuff. Find a big piece of Brazilian that's going to do its job. Problem is, this Brazilian is not of the best quality, but it is so pretty. All right, here we go. Enough fiddle farting around. Let's get settled, roll some cigars. Like I said, this is the Brazilian leaf. It is, I started casing it yesterday. Casing means getting it moisturized so that it is pliable and doesn't just shatter when you touch it. It gives it more of a smoky flavor. It can also bring forward a pepper taste, a pepper note. In my opinion, this is about the only thing I use that's fire cured. Most everything else is flue cured. Or I'm sorry, not flue cured, but air cured. It's just a little bit more traditional. All right, now we definitely have enough wrapper to get done what we need to get done. I was going to save this one for later, but you folks have been so cool. Toes, my pleasure. Sterling, hey, how's it going? So what's Fronto? It's just another name for this leaf right here. That's really all it is. It might be a slightly different quality. It might be a little thicker. These cigar wrapper leaves, try to get them as thin as possible because these veins can be tough to deal with. And the closer you are to the middle of the leaf where the main vein was, the thicker they get. All right. Now we've seen the little tiny dudes, right? The little tiny 29s. We've seen the little tiny German ones. And these guys are the finish of these guys. Okay? So, talk about tiny cigars. I said I'd roll. Oh, sorry. What happens if the doc says you're not allowed to smoke cigars? Well, you know, you kind of. True. I mean, I can roll for events and stuff too, so that's kind of fun. But if he says I can't, then well, we'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Tarak I cannot. I do not sell. How are you like cap cutters? Dude, I love these cap cutters. This one seems to be the one I use the most for 42s and 46s. This one is anything above 50 in my opinion, or 50 and above. And I think I've used this one twice and it was on one of these little 29s. But yeah, dude, I love them. They're very nice. And this is a 55. This is the largest cigar mold that I own. And just for size comparison, that is a 29. And that is a 38. So it's a monster. The famous frontos. So front funnel is basically crushed up cigars. Correct. Tough ain't the word. Yeah, dude, the wrapper can fall apart on you real fast. What's the best way to rehydrate leaf when it's gone too dry? I use distilled water in this little ultra fine mister when I'm trying to rehydrate leaves. That is what I do. That's kind of the standard practice. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually wrapped one of these before. Got a great draw to it. I think I used this mold for short filler one time. Forgive me for just a second, y'all. While I focus a little bit. Because this dude is a beast. My God, this thing's going to take forever to smoke. Trick is once you get the tension on it, you can't let it really go. My God, this thing is huge. Is it a fold or a coloration issue? Get this off. This is where you have the opportunity to fix the wrapper. And you owe it to the people that spent so much time working with this wrapper to try to do the very best you can. There we go. That's better. That thing's a beast, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. I was hoping somebody... Oh, sorry. How I hydrate them? Oh, dude, I bet this thing will last 2 hours. How do I hydrate them? I use a fine mist spray bottle and distilled water. And it's my preferred method for hydration. And I use usually use a unscented trash bag. They are cheap, they are plentiful, and they don't leave anything behind. And if you tear one, it's no big deal. And that is not as big as I want it to be. Got to switch to the precision model. That's better. I picked a wrapper that's not real easy to work with, too. I'm a glutton like that. Let's see. Now look away. Not yet. No, we do not have a shop yet. Yes, you can pick up nicotine through your skin. Well, I have to be careful on heavy rolling days to not smoke too much. Otherwise, I will not feel very well. And I have used too much nicotine once or twice. And it's not a pleasant feeling, and I do not recommend it. It is, imagine the flu, but turned up a notch. And I wish that one could have been a bit longer. This thing will take 3 weeks just to dry. Nothing here for a cap? My God. This thing is a beast. Okay, that's it. Backwards. Don't have a shop. Yeah. I want to start your own Fronto line from start. Debo, do you want to grow it yourself? Toasty, yes, we do grow it ourselves. This upcoming year will be our first year of Cuban. So you've experienced it before too, huh, Nathan? It can be quite challenging to learn to roll cigars, but it is quite possible. It takes a lifetime to get really good at it, and I am not really good at it, but I am learning. I talk to people that have been doing this their whole lives, and they still learn. There's some things they do exceptionally well, but they have to continue to push themselves too. Can't rest on your laurels, which is what I was doing. I got real comfortable. I got spanked a few times rolling torpedoes, and I stopped rolling them for a while till a gentleman I highly respect kind of said, "Hey man, I'm tired of seeing you roll test tubes." I was like, "Oh shit, you're right." Oh my Lord. Ugh. And it turned out to be Toro size. So this is a 55 ring gauge by 6 inches. My God. This thing is a monster. Good Lord. That dude up there, let him dry. All right, let's get back to work. Playing around time's over. Let's get back to work. What am I doing here? A Perla? Yes, I have rolled quite a few Perlas. I like them a lot. Really? At Philip Morris? Nice. Yes, I have felt the vape from the nicotine from the vape several times myself. Do it on my own. Start up a self-fronto. Sure, why not? David, we seal them with this glue is called Bermacol. It's a cellulose gel or cellulose gum made from a tree. All natural, no silliness. All right, we're gonna pull out. Actually, you know what? Let's fill this mold up. Get back to our 29s. We're talking about smalls tonight. Can you let me join you? These guys in America say they just use Amazon or Google Leaves. Wow, I didn't know Google or Amazon sold leaves. We have to buy them from a distributor. And sometimes their inventory gets low, which is kind of where we're at right now. We're right in the middle of a season, but stuff is starting to come back in, which is very nice. It's nice to have some other leaf for a change. We're going to take our same Dominican. With these 29s, I can get at least 2 out of each side. So this mold will fill crazy fast. Once we get this mold full, we'll pull the Lanceros back out and give them a 90-degree turn. And then we'll put them back in there for just a few more minutes. And then we'll wrap them. We'll see if I have any luck rolling a Culebra today. I said I was going to do it last week and just ran out of time. Excuse me. How much does one go for, brother? Rolando, if I could sell them, they would be... Yes, Nathan, correct. Sorry, my bad. Mast, I smoke every day. That big cigar would take several hours to smoke. If you pull it up on the screen like you were about to go into the next video, you see everything. Oh, okay. Oh, imagine the chat's blocking a little bit. Yeah, that happens too. All right, let's grab us a... See, this is what I'm talking about. As it gets closer to the end of their runs or availability of leaf, the quality starts to drop. It's just the nature of it. It's okay. We're used to it at this point. We'd like to have better quality stuff, but we take what we can get it. And usually one leaf fills the 29 quite well. And get it rolled up. Sorry guys if I missed your question. I apologize. Like I said, when I'm rolling these, I tend to focus on what I'm doing. That way I can have a halfway decent product for myself. Sherm sticks, no. The flavor Franco these. Stuff with growing and fermenting my own. Oh, Nathan, what a great idea. I use some of the scraps for pipe tobacco as well. That's kind of fun. Nice. Keep going, Brad. Grow as much as you can, dude. At this point, they can't tell us we can grow. At least tobacco. That's a whole leaf. I'm not gonna mess that one up. All right, guys, I'm having to reach over here into this pile and find pieces to add. The little tiny ones can be quite challenging. I know it looks pretty easy because they're just straight, but getting the right size of them is the tricky part. But the mechanics of the roll are the same. All right, look back over here. Oh, all right, let's see if we can slide this up and get you guys actually into the view. And let it catch up. Is that better? Is the bottom of the board not being blocked by the chat now? Awesome. It can change the flavor slightly, but pretty much the flavor of the tobacco is the flavor. It kind of is what it is. It can't give you what it doesn't have, if you know what I mean. Even for as small as these, I'm kind of doing more of an accordion style roll than entubado. That's fine too. You guys, when you see my hands disappear, it's just that I'm reaching for a leaf. Let's see. I like the chat though. Awesome. Thank you. Just turn the chat off. Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you. Just turn the chat off. All takes time, dude. All takes time. I mean, dude, y'all should have seen the first cigars I rolled. Whew, they were atrocious. Half of them couldn't draw. It was embarrassing. But I still pushed through. I was like, I'm going to learn how to do this. And I did. I like rolling these little ones too. I'm still looking for the same thing, where it starts to dip off. Finder. Let's see. Way better, but just sit at the other side. Shit. Focus on what you're doing, big boy. I'm Adding a bit spicier leaf to these. When I do roll these smalls, I tend to roll them strong. Because why not? Want to know, that's how we learn. Proud of exciting, lots to learn. That's why also. Sorry if I missed it, guys. Left it for future needs right on. Whole point of video is to interact with the creator and other viewers in the chat. If I wanted no chat, I would be watching live. That's fair. It's okay, guys. We'll get this all worked out. It's also the nature of the beast watching these on our telephones. It's you do lose some of the angles, and I cut that binder way wrong, but we'll make it work. I have a bad habit of making these too tight. Wow, awesome. Thank you so much. Erica, you are awesome. Thank you so much. Fantastic. Man, you guys are super generous, and I really appreciate that. And like I said, just the like and the subscribe is more than enough, and you sharing your time with me and my daughter, which is kind of awesome. You know, we just kind of do what we have to do. Oh, and Mr. Parker, of course, too. No, dude, to do this for a living would be, a lot, a very lot. And honestly, I've got a lot to learn before I would take this full professional. I mean, I've rolled a couple of small gigs just for friends and whatnot, but that's fine. I can do that. I'm properly licensed to do that. So I'm licensed as an event roller. But technically, I'm supposed to destroy whatever I roll at the event because I don't have a manufacturer's license. It's just a lot of government red tape, and I don't like that. We have enough government interaction in our lives. We don't need any more. Wow, that's the job. Oh, Nathan, this is Curly Maple. This one is Curly Maple. And this one is Wenge, I think is what he said. I never know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But yeah, Wenge and Curly Maple. No, not from rolling. No, I normally don't get a buzz from rolling. It's a rolling. It takes longer for it to build up to that level in your bloodstream. Now, I imagine if I did this all day, like on and on and on and on and on, like hundreds a day, yeah, I might get a little bit, but I think you just get used to it after a while. Oh man, there's only one more 29 left. Holy macaroni, Batman. Let me grab another leaf. I want one pretty leaf for this last one. I don't want to have to do a bunch of craziness. Wow, that's a big leaf. This cigarette factory before a few months. Wow. Yeah, that's for sure. The green tobacco sickness, for sure. Oh, nice. Yes, you definitely feel it. Nathan, that's cool, man. Like I said, these were made for me by a gentleman named Mike Fish. He is, he's the Chevetta man, the man. I'm very happy to be getting to know him. I will sit and talk with any roller anytime. And he's cool, which is awesome too. That always helps. All right. Ooh, Mikey Fish, yes sir, Mikey Fish, the man with the plan. Fish has been very kind to me. Oh. Let's see, we gotta go this way. Is he on right now too? And he likes to step on people. He doesn't really know anything about respect. But that's just my opinion, and I could be wrong. I'm not, but I could be. All right, there we go. That dude is full. Now we'll throw this stuff out of the way. Move this dude over here. All right, it's Lancero time. Yeah, he does definitely know quite a bit. Little Peep, welcome back. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. Gotta get a little cleanup going here. My God, we got tobacco leaf wall to wall. Gets too messy, I start getting freaky. I gotta clean it up a little bit. There we go. Much better. All right, here are our Lanceros. Ugh. I agree with you 100%. I didn't realize how tough this job was until I actually started rolling them. I am not actually going to go back for a second squeeze on these. I should, but I'm not going to. Well, I'm going to squeeze long enough to get... Does everybody know what a Culebra is? The snake. That's the literal translation of Culebra. It is this guy right here. Yeah, got that right. It's 3 cigars braided together. And that's what these guys are going to be for. Oh, thank you, Nathan. Yeah, I saw the carbon fiber one too, but I'm more of a naturalist. I like the wood, which is why my board is antique and mahogany. And that actually looks like this because of Fish. He's like, hey, John, you need to do this and this. And I'm like, oh my God, you're right. So yeah, he's been super cool and I've learned a ton from him. Let's see, where did my nice wrapper go? Where is it? I want y'all to know I had hid stuff from myself. I bet you that's not it. Nope. Oh, man. It just goes to show I am human. I hide stuff from myself. Y'all ever do that? Ever hide stuff from yourself? Spend 20 minutes going, what did I do with that? I really don't want to use this. It's not what I want. I have 3 of them that are going to play nice. Yeah, that might work. All right. Went back to the Brazilian wrapper again because I can't find the other I have hit it from myself. That's so weird. Okay, sorry. This is impossible. It's crazy. Oh, Clifford, thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. How could I just use all regular leaf for the whole rolling point? You can. You just have to hydrate it. You can use filler for binder, well, wrapper, it's going to be very rustic if you use anything other than wrapper grade leaf. But there's nothing saying you can't do that. There's no rules. No rule about that. Damn, I done lost a whole bag of wrapper. Huh. All right, well, I guess we're going to use the Brazil. That's fine. The Brazil's nice and long, so it'll play nice with the Lanceros, hopefully. On the process fermenting. No kidding, right? Right, Clifford? Oh, man, part magic, part science, all art. Fermenting tobacco, for those that are there for most of the other rest of the world, is essentially controlled decomposition. You're trying to remove all of the bad chemicals, the ammonias and some of the other stuff, the organics, the chlorophyll, anything that'll make it not taste good, really. Oh, we might need that. And that is definitely as much art as it is science. I fermented some, ended up getting some broadleaf from a different vendor, and I didn't love the amount it was fermented, so I re-fermented it or gave it a second, maybe even a third fermentation. And it totally changed it. Changed the color, changed the taste, changed the smell. And I didn't have a traditional pilon, obviously, because I just had a pound of it. So I used a 2x2 tent for fermentation, for a fermentation chamber. And it worked quite well. All right, there we go. Now we got that together. 392. Well, we try, man. We try. I just want it to be as pretty as it can possibly be. Now, these did not get a long second squeeze, and that's okay too. Start right here. All right. Now let's see if this Brazilian is going to play nice for me tonight. Most of the time it does. This is it's a thick feeling wrapper, but in actuality, it's not that thick. Not as thick as, say, Connecticut broadleaf, which is way thick and way veiny, but you see, it's still got some pretty pronounced veins in it. I used to use a little metal roller to kind of smash them down, but I was taught by a person, I was shown by a person that I respect, that sometimes you can actually damage the inner veins of the leaf to where you end up with little holes, and then it doesn't smoke as well, so I stopped doing it. And I just learned how to work with the leaf. All right, that's a pretty good start, guys. I'm trying to lay this out where these veins run parallel to it. This is almost overhydrated. In fact, it is overhydrated. Now I'm going to go back to where the head is. I'm going to cut this vein out. Otherwise, it'll be what contacts your lips, and that's not very pleasant. Oh, well, thank you, Nathan. I appreciate that. Correct, Clifford. Very correct. Oh, the orange, this? Yeah, this is fire cured. Correct, it is fire cured. It's a Brazilian Foiano. A fire cured. These aren't going to be super pretty, but that's okay. Like I said, because we're rolling these into a Culebra, they're going to be, I had to underpack them, and you'll see why shortly, once I get all three of these dudes rolled up, or wrapped up, as the case may be. There are a couple of different ways to do this capping, too. I use a Cuban method because that's what I was taught. There are multiple ways to do it. The Dominicans do it a different way. Shit, you get some rollers that do it a different way. The end game is the same. You are a great guesser. Ah. Bay Jones, I see your G. Are you a traveling man, sir? Usually I like to let them sit about a week. But after that, yes, you can smoke them right away. Because of this wrapper, I'll let these sit at least a week before I smoke them. Also depends on how high I keep the humidity in here. If I let the humidity get low, yes, I agree. Drew Estates does make some fine cigars. Yes, acid is very different. That is an infused or flavored cigar. The only flavoring in this is from the leaf. All right, give me 7.5. Just barely made it. Not the prettiest Lanceros I've ever done, that's for sure. Whew, I think I drank too much coffee today, guys. Like way too much. Holy moly. And I got the shakies. Bay Jones, you're was that G, was it an icon? Like the Grand Architect? I asked if you were a traveling man. Yes, sir. I am traveling towards the east myself. Nice. Always nice to see a brother. Who the hell? Got a missed call. Oh. Apparently my mom just called me. Said it was an accidental call. She's probably watching too. All right. Lancero number 2. Oh, right on. Thank you. I am going to give it my very best. I don't give up easy. And you know what? Oh, look what I almost did, guys. I almost rolled it with the leaf backwards. I just happened to notice that the veins weren't lining up the way they should. At least I noticed before I got too far in. It You would think for as long as that leaf is, it would be a lot easier to work with, but it's not. Let's see, that's not going to be aesthetically pretty. Like I said before, guys, if I miss your question, I apologize. Sometimes I'm not looking at the chat. More along the lines of looking at what I'm doing. Olivas are every day. Yeah, I like Olivas too. Yes. Well, maybe if we run into each other in an event or something someday, we'll sit down and smoke a cigar, and I think that would be cool. Oh, next Thursday is going to be kind of a special one. My birthday is Saturday. Not this Saturday, but next week from Saturday. I don't know if we'll do something cool or not. I don't know. Haven't really thought about it. I scheduled them a month out, but why not? Maybe we'll do something unique and different. Or World Torpedoes. My nemesis. Cigars that still whip my butt from time to time. They are technically very challenging. JP matches, Druck, same here. Fresh cigars will be awesome on Pop Scissors or Shop. Yeah, that is the that is the rumor with Cuban cigars that are rolled on the thighs of Cuban virgins. I don't believe it. I've seen videos from inside the factories. Don't think any of those ladies are of that caliber. But if they are, more power to them. Kind of in a race to get these 3 done before they really start to dry out. What we got to do next is challenging. And I've been promising you guys a Culebra for several weeks. So tonight is that night. Man, pretty good job, boy. There's 2. Come on, give me one more good leaf. Yes, definitely a double cap. Brad, are they dry? You need the airflow until they are brown and set. Truth, Nathan, that's correct. Right on. Happy birthday, Dirty Joe. Well, we don't do that, unfortunately, Mr. Dark 34. Try it that way and watch others. I'm lucky enough to work for my father with multiple rooms. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. It's weird how that works, isn't it? Look at that one tore right smack in half. This one will get saved for rolling little tiny ones, cheroots and whatnot. Not sure I can extract a whole wrapper out of that. Tisk tisk. That's the Maduro. Ooh. I have actually wow. Erica, it was absolutely my pleasure. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Please come back and hang out. We're here literally every single Thursday night, unless it's a major holiday or something like that. But I hope you have a wonderful day and a better weekend. And we'll see you soon, hopefully. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Have a wonderful evening. Man, that's fantastic. Where are we at? Uh-oh. Oh, the phone went to sleep. There we go. The last 2 weeks have been kind of interesting. It hasn't been a huge number, but to be honest, I think it's been better. There's another YouTube channel, one I watch religiously, and that's Bliss Cigar Co. And he was talking about that a few weeks back. He didn't stream last week. It's unusual. But what he was saying was, the last couple of times he got 18 and up, which I'll probably get out of this too, because we are basically rolling with a controlled substance, and YouTube doesn't like that. They think it's naughty, and that's fine. But he was saying that when it's not millions and thousands and thousands of people in the chat, of course we like those numbers too, because that's more people seeing what we're doing and learning and understanding, but when it's a smaller number, it's more intimate. You can actually answer questions, That's how you learn to roll your first J, right on. Correct. Nathan, you are on it. Oh, thanks, Fish. Yeah, it's Brazilian. It's the Foiano. I never know how to say it correctly, so I just spell it. But yeah, it's a wonderful dark color. I think it's just got too much water on it right now. The cup is what's called Bermacol. It's a cellulose gum or cellulose paste or glue or whatever you want to call it. It's natural and odorless, flavorless. Doesn't add anything, doesn't take away. Just makes them stick together. All right. Now these are purposely very loose and flexible. Hope, did it freeze? No. Shoo. You can see these are quite flexible, which is what I want. They are underpacked, and you'll see why as soon as I get done with this guy. I will be completely transparent. What we are about to do, I have only done 2 times. First time was disastrous. Second time was pretty cool. So I'm hoping for pretty cool, considering it's going to be right here for everyone to see. Expecting a 73. Wow. You use moonshine? Holy shit, dude. Wow. Oh my God. I never thought about putting shine in it. That's actually pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Does it leave behind the flavor of the shine? I'm assuming you're using corn liquor or using rye or... Yeah, it is a steep learning curve. Yeah, normally my patience is quite a bit better, but I have had way too much coffee today. I woke up at, well, let me rephrase that. The animals decided I needed to get up at 3:30 this morning, so I have been turning and burning ever since 3:30. And it is 8:40 here. Oh, I missed that vein. You gotta get out of there. I don't want you in there. Some very fine gentleman made me this hybrid. Just kidding, Mike. I've already been giving you props, dude. Brazilian wrapper wraps like Connecticut broadleaf, but is as fragile when properly cased as the Ecuadorian Seco or a shade leaf. Not quite as fragile as Connecticut, but it is still quite fragile. I think I've got it a little bit overcased too. Too much moisture. Oh, dude, wow. Okay, no longer going to complain about the animals waking me up at 3:30 in the morning. Holy shit. Well, Mike, brother, thank you for sharing. I appreciate you hanging out. I mean, I know it's tough after coming home after a long day. Means a lot, dude. It really does. I said, these Lanceros are not absolutely beautiful, but you'll see why in a minute. I had to underpack them so that we can get them to play together. Nice. I mean, these are rugged, very rugged. 7.5. Barely made it, but we made it. All right. Whew. Let me get some stems so I got something to tie with. Boom. Okay, here we go. We have our 3 Lanceros, and they are pretty close. All right, 3. Whew. So, under. Right. Let's see. Facing this one goes under. These both go. Shit. That's right, these both go under. And those go over. Clifford. Hopefully that's enough. If I don't talk a whole lot during this, guys, you're going to have to forgive me. Oh, shit. I'll go back and work on that dude in just a second. Shit, I need a skinnier one. That's a nice skinny one. I would prefer to do this with like a red ribbon, but I don't have any. Fish done sent me a photo. There we go. Okay. Oh, shit. What are you doing here, fishy? He knew exactly what I wanted. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. There we go. There's my big fatty that I was looking for. All right. Man. This would certainly be a lot easier That's better. And all my skinny ones are gone. Shit. I think I'm trying to make this more complicated than it actually is. Thanks, brother. All right. So we go under and under. And they go like that. No retreat, no surrender. See how this would be easier with fabric of some flavor, you know what I mean? All right, let me get this one back off. Okay. Sometimes I actually feel like I'm making this more complicated than it really is. No quarter. Hell no, brother. Got my Pirates Cove shirt on too? Shit, no. No, that's why we roll them loose. Okay. Got this under here. Why do I feel like I'm doing this much harder than it needs to be? Almost there. Thank you, brother. We need to reverse these, I guess. Okay. Now, this should actually be... No, that's right. That's the ticket right there, I think. Tie closer to the foot. Well, that's the head. Okay, that's the shape I was looking for. Like I said, I've only done this twice. First time was an utter disaster. This time is being challenging. But thanks to my friend Mike Fish, I have something to look at. I get one end right, and then I have to change it, screw up the other end. Center comes. Very close to the head at the end. And I blew the caps off of them. We'll worry about that later. Okay, those two tuck under, which means the center should come. Ah, I just blew the damn wrapper apart. Yeah, they might be actually be a little bit overpacked. The first ones I didn't, they were way underpacked and they moved real easy. Yeah, I actually blew the... Okay, so This one should come up. We got two. Let's reverse these. Shit, sorry everyone. Just get the braid done. That's kind of where I'm at, dude. All right, let's see. I think that's about as close as I'm going to get. I think that's about as close as I'm going to get. Yeah, like I said, dude, way too much caffeine. Whew. Far from flawless execution, and I know it's not perfect. Whew. Well, I've seen this smoked a couple of different ways. You can wrap the ends of it. You can wrap the head and the foot and smoke it as one cigar, or the way I would do it would be to break it apart and share it amongst friends. Whew. Whew. Lordy. Whew. Now that was a challenge. Like I said, I know it's not perfect, but it is only the third one of these I've ever rolled. Grab another tie and tie above one the head and then remove the lower one. So this one, okay. Let me find another fine one here. Right above the head. Relax, John boy, relax. Relax. And then remove the lower one. Toss that one in the yard box. Yeah, no shit, brother, no shit. She'll still smoke, though. Ah, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Have I got another one? I got another wrapper I can pull a core out of. Oh, you know what? Let's see if I can steal a core out of this one. It's a little softer. No, they're not. Shit. Well, hell. What is that fish? Half to 3/4 down, 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch down. Okay. I think I've got these fucking giant ones. Now, all I've got is these massive stems left. Everything else is bone dry. We got to follow up Liz's lead and get some red fabric twine or something. Yeah, okay, that works. Pretty new. Okay. Everybody get a kick out of watching that? Holy shit. That was insane. Whew. Yeah, YB123 from Mike Fish and Bliss. I will take every piece of advice those gentlemen wish to share. Ta-da! Thanks, Fish. Ta-da! Ugly it may be, complete it is. Man, that's awesome. Whew. That one took it out of me, y'all. It's kind of what I wanted to. But anyway, okay, cool. That's great. So yeah, Lanceros, Culebra, ugly, but still a sect. You see that. Yes, Vish, you did, brother. That's right. The biggest reason I wanted to tie the Culebra tonight was in link to the Lanceros, was just really to show how difficult and how skilled a practice this is. Oh, Bliss, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. But it's like I said, the biggest reason I did it was just to show people that have never seen this done how difficult it truly can be. And it's so every time you pick up a custom, a handmade cigar that somebody has rolled in a factory in some other country, just remember the skill that they have is incredible, and it takes a lifetime to master. Cool. All right, now we've got these. Is that board wood or Nathan? This board is mahogany, probably turn of the century is what we're guessing. Slayer, thanks, bro. Appreciate you. Holy moly. Like I said in the description of this, I've been on a smalls kick this week. I think the largest ring gauge I've smoked this week was a 42, and even it felt big. Lots of Lanceros, dude. It's been wild. I don't know. I love Lanceros too. But we've got some very, very happy little Maduro left over. These are the shorts. And I wanted to just go ahead and finish off tonight by wrapping a couple of these. No, 527. We wish we could, but I do not have the proper licensing. This is just for entertainment and education. And actually, Bliss, I saw you do that the other night, and I realized that when pulling the center vein out, just pulling it out, I've been coming across my hand, and it puts so much tension on the tips. But when I saw you pull it back across your wrist, tried it, and it made a huge difference. So thank you. No worries, Nathan. I wrap these little 4-inch 29s a little differently than I probably should. Oh, we completely lost the cap. Man, that Culebra took it out of me, y'all. Something about performing, makes you feel like a monkey. Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Trying, man. I just never want to. I don't want to get lazy. I mean, it's easy enough to just, like you say, twist test tubes all day long. I've got to try to learn new stuff and do new stuff. Otherwise, it just gets boring, and I don't ever want to get bored. I love this way too much. And then if you don't smoke cigars. Hey, if I'm comfortable enough with the size of my weenie that, if they think, oh, look, he smokes the little small cigars. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Yeah, that was funny, Bliss. That was funny as hell. Wait, did I roll that backwards? No. I don't give these dudes near enough credit. These are quickly becoming my favorite smoke. The little 4.5-inch ones don't last forever, but I don't need them to. Henry, I'm not allowed to dabble less. Use Gene. Tiny. Oh, that's for you, Mike and Bliss. You guys were here earlier. Speaking of ridiculous ring gauges, it's a 55 by 6. I just did it for comparison. It's like, see, this is what 29 looks like, and this is what 55 looks like. This thing is a monster. It's ridiculous. I also tend to just pigtail these. I don't even really put a cap on them. There we go. Oh. Third generation. Wow. Fix that edge. Yeah, no shit, right, dude? No shit. Yeah, the guy that made a bunch of these little 3D, the yellow and green molds for me, I ended up buying so many molds from me. Yeah, the 55 had some errors in it. Like it had the print head had skipped and left a mark on the top of it. And he sent it to me, and I'm like, holy shit. I tried to use it for a short filler one time, and it was ridiculous. I'm like, no, this is going to be, hey, watch this. What I did with these are a Cameroon binder with an Olor Ligero in them. When I roll these, I want them to be heaters. I expect to know, hey, good Lord. I like a cigar with a long finish too. That much I have learned about myself. And I can still get even better at these. It just takes a little more time. $177 left. I was saying earlier that what you said, Bliss, about it being, the smaller crowd really makes it more intimate. And I think it does too, and I really like that. So I'm new to this channel. What's the clear stuff in the cup is called Burmacol. It's a cellulose gum. It's odorless and flavorless. And it's just how we stick them together. You know what? Let's get crazy with this one and actually try to roll a cap. Whew. What time is it? 21:01. Yes! I will take 40 ahead of him any day. Not that I have an issue with anyone or anybody's stuff. I wish everybody well. That's right, that's the best fake Southern gentleman I can do. Nah, I'm just having a good time. I don't really give a shit what anybody else does. Good God, the cap's as big as the damn wrapper is. Amen, baby girl. A win is a win is a win. That's what the Jessica always says. Take the win. That's for damn sure. Marcos, I am military. Where I was active, I am no longer. But once you are military forever. It does not leave you. Dude, I never cap these like this. Just kind of showing off a little bit. That's truth, dude. Very true. Very true. I like the smaller one. I like the smaller sets. I think it's cooler. You can actually read the comments. Truth. Shall we take one? Yes, I don't think I've ever cut a third cap this small. What the hell, man? Let's see. This will be the last out. Oh, son of a bitch. The flag is inside out. Damn it. Oh, either that or it's a different wrapper. I kind of reached over into the pile of crap over here. Shit. That's all right. That one will go into the I'm going to smoke that one by myself pile. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's either the inside out or a different wrapper. And it could be. I think you're right, though, Fish. I'm pretty sure it's inside out. Damn. Dude, I'll take the higher watch times. Without a doubt. I will most definitely take the higher watch times. Yeah, Fish, you know that's naughty. You know Facebook will beat my ass for that. They're probably going to 21 it up me anyway. They always do. The last 2 weeks. I'm like, I don't care. I honestly don't even give a shit anymore. I'm like, fine. Just 21 it up me. I don't even care. I'm here to have a good time. All right, now. I'm going to break some rules. I think I can get away with this. I did one earlier. Do it like we're wrapping a naughty thing. Naughty. I feel like Tommy Boy. I got a shorty in here somewhere. Yeah, that's the short one. With the right leaf, I can get away with this. Sorry, guys, not ignoring you. Just trying to do this cleanly as possible. And I have big hands, too, which does not help with the tiny ones. Ah, thank you very much. There we go. No, dude, I don't have a fucking clue what they are, but I'm like, thank you. I don't know what they're supposed to do. Hey, Liz, do you know what these, the jewels and all this shit, what's it about? Yeah, see what happens? It gets all squishy and ugly. I see flowers. Holy shit, there's all kinds of cool stuff going on. It's just craziness. It's chaos and mayhem. Excuse me. All right, let's reach back and get one more of these happy little Maduros. No, I end up trimming most of the ends off so they're not ragged. If I don't put the tips, if I don't put a flag and a cap on it, I consider it a cheroot. Then you must have quit. Damn it. Fortunately, these don't need to be perfect. This is what's left of that Maduro short from WLT. And it is short. My God, it smells so amazing. That's right, you must have quit, brother. And yeah, that's for sure, right, kid? It's a little early in the evening for that there, Bliss. But hey, what the fuck, man? When in Jamaica, do Jamaica things. Give me a long one. There we go. I'm gonna have to do something extreme. Hey, everybody bang on the like button. It'll drive it out to the algorithm. And if anybody is watching, they may stop in and say hi. Might get a little spike. Roast beef, carrots, and potatoes with Maduro. Damn right. Ah, I ripped it. Shit. Appreciate that, brother. Whew. All right. Bloop. Whew. This guy here, yes, it's a cutter. And so it's called a tuck cutter, T-U-C-K, tuck. It takes the ends of it when you crimp, when you push down the cigar, it pushes the ends in a little bit so it holds it a little better. I think my weird Virginia plant's going to turn out to be grabba. Hey, man, keep on rocking. We've got, I forgot to say that earlier. Shit. We put 600 seeds in to germinate, and in 5 days, there are probably 200 plants. Well, 200 baby seedlings. I'll take a picture of them and post them tomorrow. Yeah, you know, sometimes I understand, Bliss. I understand. When I transitioned, I had to use a tuck cutter. That just makes my heart sink. Holy shit. I was born with it, and damn it, I'm gonna die with it. Yeah, like I said earlier, I consider these to be the utility cigars of what I roll. They're good for when I don't have, you know, a full hour to sit down and smoke a cigar, which I would really prefer. How long does it take you to get good? A lifetime. That's the truth of it, Shane. You can be done fairly well. It just takes practice, lots and lots and lots of practice. I mean, just can't quit. Just got to keep going. Just got to keep going. And we got a mess of shit over here. Can I use any of this? Oh yeah, we can get another wrap right out of that. Oh yeah. What's my favorite? My favorite tobacco would be the Olor. I love its fermenty, cheesy taste and smell. Basically, because that's what I've spent most of my time rolling with is Olor and Piloto, which I really like. We're slowly working on our palate. It's getting better as we go. You took a Churchill break today? Holy shit, dude. Yeah, that was funny. I went to work this morning. It was 75 degrees. Windows down, music blasting, having a great morning riding to work. I drove home in the snow, and it was in the 30s. I'm like, what the hell, Virginia? What the hell? Yeah. No. I'm not going to do it that bad just to be done. That's bullshit. Yes, most definitely. If you see something I'm doing wrong, please, for the love of God, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Yeah. Thank you, Fish. I'll look forward to that conversation, my friend. A few other folks out there, that's it's one of the things I really enjoy about this is I've got good people around me that will, if they see me doing something wrong or something I can do better, they'll bring it to my attention, and we'll talk about it offline, and I learn something, and everything's better, and I'm smart enough to know when to shut my mouth and open my ears. Way more flag than I need. Where you're what? You know what? Minus the quote unquote adult time. Yeah, I'm good with that. Y'all just keep me straight, keep me honest, make me learn new shit. I like it. I can't believe I'm capping another one of these little bastards. I can tell I'm getting tired, though. I'm really getting sloppy. And you do this shit for a couple of hours. Men that are not weak. Men that are weak don't like it, but I am not weak. I love constructive criticism. It's the only way we grow. You know what? I know that's not absolutely right, but I am digging the way this crazy little point looks, so I'm not going to cut it off. Whew. All right, folks, I'm cooked. Whew. I am absolutely cooked. Look at my hands. Got a little bit of juice on them, a little bit. Gotta go scrub that out. Well, folks, let's see. We got the crackhead Culebra, the monster, yeah, all the little teeny tiny ones. Should do a 10-hour live? Are you fucking crazy? I would die. I can't roll cigars for 10 hours. Good catch on that one, Blonde. Good catch. Anyway, we did these little tiny dudes. Ones that were supposed to be pointed but didn't turn out pointed. Because I never end up rolling them pointed. But that's kind of what we got into tonight. You need 50 in one stream? Yes, sir. Okay. Sounds like a challenge. Can I do Coronas or Corona Gordas instead of Robustos? Just for conservation of leaf? Damn. Damn. All right, fine. Fucking Robustos it is. Son of a bitch. Called me out. Called me a bitch. No, dude, Robustos it is. All right. All right, let's, we'll do that shit. Hey, we're going to New Orleans in 37 days. We got some stuff we have to do. Well, we don't have to do it. We're choosing to do it. But we're going to go check out a bunch of other shit, too. So I'm looking for recommendations. Those of you that are cigar folks that have been there, Bliss, I'm talking to you. Where should we go? What should we see? What should I not miss while we're there? God, look at this. It's a pile of shit. Wow. What happened to the Chevettas? They're gone. MG. The MG, okay. Yes, definitely. Definitely. I'll reach out to you. And we'll just talk about it offline. It's easier that way. The twisted cigar, Nathan, is called a Culebra, or the snake. Before I go, Roger. Yeah, I try to shoot some cool video down there too, just for giggles. Kind of cover PCA for the folks that don't actually get the chance to go, and I think it'll be awesome. Folks, this has been a hell of a lot of fun. I am grateful to each and every one of you for hanging out with me tonight. Blonde, you did an awesome job. Thank you so much. Bliss and Fish, I am grateful for your tutelage and your patience. I want everybody to have an amazing day tomorrow. And remember, the weekend's coming. So just enjoy where you're at. And, just be good people. That's what it's all about. Just be good people. All right. You guys have a wonderful one. I'll see you next time, next Thursday night right here. And have a wonderful night, everyone. All right. Talk to you guys later. See ya.